Hey guys, this is Catherine with Oracle Intuitions. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a weekly zodiac reading for the week leading into April. So from March 28th to April 4th, we're going to be taking a look into the energies of the mind, body, spirit, as well as relationships with a closing message from the universe. So as you know, it's been a hot minute since I've been able to do a weekly reading. As many of you that watch the channel know, last year was a little bit difficult with losing both of our parents, and just other things kind of going on. So having to deal, with all of the things that happen after people pass away and stuff. So I'm back now, and also we're going to be continuing our live shows on Wednesday. So make sure that you click the notification bell so that you do get the notifications of when our live shows are coming on. As many of you again may know, if you're watching the live shows, Brandon did have to move, and it's just been a matter of him getting a good Wi-Fi signal in order for us to be able to do the live shows, because he is my partner on that, and we'll be coming back just as soon as possible. It may be this week, it may not be until next week, but we are trying our hardest to come back on and to do the live shows for you. So in the meantime, we are going to be doing the weekly horoscope shows. Weekly horoscope readings. I hope to continue these. So again, thank you so much for subscribing. Thanks for clicking the notification bell, and let's get into it and let's see what's happening for this week ahead. Also, for those of you that wish a personal reading, make sure you contact me at www.oracleintuitions.com, and make sure you follow my Instagram and my Facebook page as well under Oracle Intuitions. Thanks so much. Have a great week, and see you soon. Hey Gemini, welcome to your weekly reading for March 28th to April 4th. We're going to be taking a look into the energies of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships with a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone, but I do suggest you take a look into your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs as well. All right, let's see what's coming through for Gemini this week. For the mind, we have the devil. Interesting energy. All right. For the body, we have the fool. And from spirit, we have the Eight of Cups. All right. Gemini, I really feel like for some of you, you might be thinking about walking away for something or leaving something behind. So it's interesting that we have this devil energy within the mind. So it does feel like for some of you, you may feel bound to a particular concept, a particular thought pattern, whatever this is. I do feel that you're wondering if you're coming, I almost feel like you're wondering if you're coming from a place that is true to you. Okay, so some of you may be struggling with this concept, or maybe struggling with this knowledge that you might be coming from a place that hasn't been true to you. And it feels as though you're ready to move forward into a new mindset, or maybe perhaps just a new something physical within your external circumstances. Like it feels as though, like, I'm just going to give you an example. For some of you, it could be that, you go to work, you come home, you take care of the family. It's like around and around and around and around, but something isn't feeling right. Okay, something isn't feeling refreshed to you, and this could have to do with a job. It could have to do with some sort of element within your friends, family, whatever external circumstances going around. And it almost feels as though you're in this place now where it's time to leave something. Now, of course, we're not, probably not going to leave our family, but what I'm saying about that is basically like there needs to be a change. And I feel like for some of you, you might be looking for something new. You might even be looking for something new outside of your particular circumstances at this moment. You might even be debating that. Okay, and I'm just going to throw this out there because this is exactly what I feel. And again, it's not going to resonate with everybody, but for some of you, you might be, debating, like, do I walk away from a situation? Do I walk away from a particular relationship? Do I walk away from my job? It feels as though for some of you, again, this energy of being bound or being restricted in some way within yourself or within your circumstances that are happening, and you're really looking for something new. Now, for some of you, this could have to do with maybe perhaps looking for a relationship that's outside of your current relationship, okay? And especially with that devil energy coming in, that may relate to somebody or to someone. But what I'm really getting here is that this energy here is basically saying it's time for you to change your mindset. It's time for you to look at things maybe perhaps in a new perspective. Leave behind the old concepts that we build within our mind and start looking at things in a fresh perspective. Okay, I really get that for a lot of you. So let's get some clarification and see what's coming in. Because I do feel that for some of you, you're looking, maybe you're looking at a new job. Maybe you're bored with, the job or the career that you're at. Maybe perhaps you've been thinking for a while now, I'm really stuck within this job. I'm really, I have to stay within this job, because of X, Y, or Z. But, the truth is that you're really in this place that you're just feeling mentally bound. And maybe perhaps you're starting to look. You're really letting go of that narrative that we've had running in our mind, and you're now starting to look for something fresh or something new, and you're taking that chance to move forward or to move ahead. All right, so let's see what's coming in here. All right, in the mind we have higher perspective. Yeah, see, I feel very much like it's a higher perspective that it's time to take a look at, or that you have been looking at. Again, it might be that you're releasing, the narrative that you've been putting in your head, that you're feeling bound or feeling stuck or not being able to move forward. And Spirit has been telling you it is time to leave that. And you're now following that in your own higher self, really. You're really following the messages that you've been receiving from Spirit about moving forward in some way, especially with that higher perspective. And you're also taking a look at things with fresh eyes, okay? Especially with that Fool coming through. This is about taking a chance, taking a risk, putting trust into Spirit, and taking a step forward. We also have dare to dream. So it's like you're dreaming, all right? For some of you, you might be dreaming about, what is it that I can do? Where do I want to move forward? Maybe for some of you, you feel that you've been stuck in some sort of situation and going around in circles, and it's now time to take a new perspective, a higher perspective. Allow yourself to have faith about moving forward. Dare to dream, coming in with the Fool. I mean, what beautiful energy. That's basically Spirit saying, take a chance. It's time to move forward. Take a chance. Maybe you've been scared to, put out a resume, or maybe perhaps you want to open a business and you've been scared to do so, but you feel so stuck as to where you are. Maybe perhaps it's about taking a chance on a relationship, or even letting go of a relationship that's not particularly working for you. And now you're in this place of, maybe I can find somebody that is going to be really good for me. Okay. And last card coming through is we have the Observer. So I feel like for some of you, you've been in a place where you've just been observing. Okay, again, maybe observing your thoughts, maybe perhaps, even observing external circumstances. They even could be the circumstances of other people, right? You might be in this place of watching friends and family or coworkers move forward, and you've been, in this place of feeling stuck. It's like, oh, I can't do that because I'm stuck here. And it almost feels as though this is some sort of narrative that you've just put into your own mind, right? But again, Spirit is saying to you, it's time to let go. It's time to maybe stop observing and start to take that chance. Walk away from the things that are no longer making you happy, that are no longer serving you, or that you don't need to feel that, held down by or bonded to. So let's get some clarification. Now, these could be things that you need to focus on. They also could be some sort of shadow work that we need to do at this particular time. So we're just going to see what's happening here. What does Spirit have to say? Okay, first card coming in. Accountability. Responsibility is a gift of love to yourself and to others. I feel like it's, you have to be accountable for your own thoughts, your own actions. I feel like for some of you, you're kind of placing the responsibility maybe perhaps on other people, or Again, it could be even just be your own circumstances. All right. And I feel like Spirit's saying, it's time to take account. It's time to be accountable for your own actions, right? And when I talk about that, basically, if you've got these thoughts in your head that you're feeling stuck, you're feeling bound, you can't move forward, are you placing that on other people? Are you placing that on, I can't do this because of this reason, or somebody wouldn't like it if I did this, or my family wouldn't be happy if I made this choice, but is it really them? Okay, is it really them? Or is it a narrative that you're telling yourself? Is it something that you're creating within your own mind and not taking accountability or responsibility for, but instead you're placing that responsibility on others in order to make an excuse? So that's something that you really need to take a look at. We also have here, I cannot make this up, false beliefs. Once the untruths that we believe about ourselves are illuminated, so are the ways we can release the false information they confine to us too. Really? Do I need to explain this? Because I literally just said that, okay? Sometimes the concepts in our minds are false beliefs that we attach ourselves to. And when we let those go, that's when we can truly move forward in a place of feeling joyous within ourselves, right? Unbelievable. Last one coming through, metamorphosis. Power and strength lie within our surrender to change, all right? So again, you can't place the blame on others, or you can't always blame the blame on our circumstances, whatever it is. I feel like it's time to take responsibility for our own accountability and our own responsibility about moving forward. So, if you have some sort of old concepts within your mind, this is the time to really start releasing them in order to see the changes that you want to bring through to your life. Okay? I'm just going to leave that there because I feel like that really said a whole lot. And, it's up to us to make the changes. It's up to us to make those movements forward. So let's take a look at relationships and see what's coming through. I also feel like for some of you, you might not have liked that. You might not have liked hearing that. And that's okay, right? It's okay. You're going to have to, again, take accountability as to whether that resonated or not. So we'll just leave it at that. But let's take a look at relationships and see what's coming through. So with relationships, this doesn't need to be romantic. They can be friends, family, or coworkers. We'll just see what is. Just take what resonates with you at this time. All right, first card coming through is I've gotten this 3 times. It's funny, I've gotten this 3 times for the air signs. And I find it really interesting. I had it for Aquarius and also for Libra. And now we're getting it in, within the Gemini for you guys. I feel like, I feel like for some of you, there could be somebody that is saying, I like you. I really like you. I like who you are. I like who, you maybe perhaps you've become. I like, what you represent, whatever this is. But I'm also getting here that for some of you, when we go through this change, this metamorphosis, when we start taking some accountability for our own actions or our own, movement forward, we might be in this place where we're really just liking ourselves as well. And we're really looking at it now that we don't have those restrictions or binds that are bound, binds that are holding us down. We're really looking at it and going, I like who I am. I really like this new person. I like this new change. I like this metamorphosis that I'm allowing myself to go through at this moment. We also have Girl with the Snake, empath, the narcissistic paradigm, being charmed or used, enable, and boundaries. So again, coming in, it's interesting that we're getting this because we did have this Devil card coming through. So this is really about being bound. Are you binding yourself? Okay, are you the girl with the snake or the boy with the snake? Whatever whoever you are watching this at this moment. Or are you allowing yourself to be in this place of perception, all right? This perception of being bound, this perception of being used, or maybe perhaps, you know, you have this perception towards others in some way. And I do feel here that it's time to set your boundaries, okay? Time to release the things that are holding on to you. Now, these don't need to be massive things. They don't, you know, for some of you, they may be, right? But these could be just little things. These could even just be a minor fear of maybe applying for new jobs because your fear of rejection, or maybe perhaps, you know, heading towards a new relationship simply because of the fact, again, you know, maybe past relationships didn't work, or whatever it is. Only you can, you know, tell your own personal circumstances. But I do feel that with that girl with the snake, it's almost like once you release that energy, or not allow yourself to be in this place of getting caught up with people with narcissistic tendencies, or even taking accountability for ourselves, you really start to see those changes that are coming through and that are trying to come through. We also have the mirror, mirroring each other, self-image, relationships, reflect our wounds, and introspection. So what I'm getting here is it does feel like maybe for some of you, again, it's talking really about taking accountability for our own thoughts and our own actions, that mirror effect, right? What is it that we're mirroring towards others, or maybe perhaps what are others mirroring toward us? If you are in a place where you feel that, you know, this devil energy is holding you down, maybe perhaps you know, it's time to take a look in the mirror and saying, am I allowing this? Okay, can I step away from this? Maybe this is just, you know, the way that I'm viewing it at this moment. But I also do feel that by looking into ourselves, we're really going to open up a whole new world where we're heading towards this place of that metamorphosis, and really sitting there and going, I like who I am. I really like who I am and what I'm representing at this moment. So the cards coming in are, so first of all, we do have cards coming in for clarification: bridge, communication, unite, connecting, integrate, share, collaboration, harmony, compromise, overcoming barriers. So I feel as you go into yourself, you're really going to be overcoming a lot of the barriers that you feel that perhaps were holding you back. There's going to be a better communication, not only with yourself and others, but also with spirit, okay? Because what it is that we're putting into the universe is what it is that we really receive. We also have here yarn, complicated circumstance, string along, puzzling. I feel like for some of you, you might feel like you've been strung along, okay? Or maybe perhaps, you know, this could be a concept again within your mind, or a narrative that we're telling ourselves, you know, that things aren't working out, things are always complicated. Maybe this is what's been holding you back from relationships, or maybe perhaps holding you back from moving forward in some way, simply because you feel that it's too complicated, or you feel like if I was to take this step forward, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. Like it's almost as though you're stringing or creating a narrative or a story in your mind before you actually take that step forward. And I do feel like, you know, that could also be bringing in that devil energy as well, right? Because it's not that we're really bound or things aren't really complicated. It's something that we're telling ourselves, and it's time to go in. And it's also time to take a look in the mirror and ask yourself, are these true circumstances, or are these circumstances that I'm creating for myself? We also have the dog, supportive friend, peer, sibling, pet, soulmate, healthcare provider. So I really feel like this is really about being dependable for yourself, being supportive for yourself. Maybe perhaps for some of you, this could even have to do with a soulmate. Okay, a soulmate helping, maybe perhaps some sort of person stepping forward, you know, to give you a bit of guidance or direction, or maybe perhaps even people have given you some sort of guidance and direction, and have you been listening? But I do feel this may have to do more with yourself than others. It does feel like there might be some sort of energy here where you're asking yourself, am I loyal to me? Or am I allowing myself to get, again, caught up in the barriers or the restrictions, you know, from other people's agendas, or maybe perhaps other people, you know, not honoring my boundaries or whatever it is? That's what I'm really getting here. And it's time to be your own best friend by letting go of the things that no longer serve you. So let's get a closing message from Spirit and see what's happening here. closing message from Spirit that Spirit wants you to know at this moment. Galactic mushroom, the divine matrix. I'm actually just going to read this. I want to see what it has to say. Okay, 24. Just give me 1 second here. The intricate complexity of life. You might have been thinking and acting like you were the only one in the dream creating your life. The galactic mushroom arrives as a playful yet potent reminder that you need to get with your higher power. The universal laws are not for your benefit only. The law of attraction does not exist just to serve up your desired outcome. The matrix of consciousness, called Source or God, Spirit, and many other names, is intricately woven into life. There is so much complexity that the human mind cannot comprehend all the human moving parts. It's impossible to see beyond what you already know, just as the head of a mushroom is clearly visible above the soil, but not the living biome below. The galactic mushroom reminds you that your dreams and desires are heard. This is a call for faith and trust. Whatever intention you hold consistently with faith and hope first manifests in the unseen realms. Whether or not you can see it working on your behalf, eventually you see the evidence play out in your serendipitous events that work in your favor, seemingly outside of the law of cause and effect. Your most beautiful results are being birthed right now, not just for you, but the highest good of all. I love this because basically what it's saying is if you're stuck in that place where, you know, things don't work out, oh, this always happens, it's somebody else's fault, you know, etc., etc., etc. Basically what you're doing is you're not really allowing yourself to receive the divine beauty that is trying to come towards you. You're only seeing what is being shown right in front of you, and sometimes we have to let that go in order to see what it is that the universe is trying to create for us, or to bring towards us. It's allowing us to go through, you know, that metamorphosis. It's allowing us to surrender. Look at this, surrender to change. Okay, and it's really the way that we start to look at things, and it's really the way that we start to perceive the things that are beyond maybe just our visual concept at this moment, or even within our mind's eye. And it's time to let go of, again, you know, that devil energy, that obsession, maybe perhaps an obsession with looking at things in a more negative light. Maybe it's an obsession, you know, with feeling like we're being bound to something that we don't have the opportunity to change, or that we are unable to change in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like what the universe is saying here is really get into this place where you're your own best friend at this moment. Okay, really look at things from a different perspective and allow that change to happen, because the divine universe is working for you. So I truly hope that this has helped, Gemini. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing week, and if you would like a personal reading, please contact me at oracleintuitions.com. Thanks, take care, see you next time.